Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about one of the interesting topic on climate activists. Everybody know about Greta, and we will know detail about Greta. It's a inspirational sessions. From these inspirations, you can understand that how you can work as a climate activist. Greta Thunberg is named Person of the Years, and we just want to know about Greta Thunberg. Uh, is named as a Person of the Year 2019. Greta Thunberg has been named as the Time Person of the Year. The American News magazine said she was the Person of the Year for showing us all what it might look like when a new generation leads. So, who is Greta Thunberg? The 16 years old campaigner first came into the world attention when she skipped schools in Sweden every Friday. Instead, she would protest outside the Swedish parliament against climate change. Climate change is the changing weather and rising temperatures of the earth. Most scientists believe it's caused by human actions such as burning fossil fuel for energy. It's been linked to more extreme weather as well as change in how animals behave. Recently, Greta has been at a climate change conference in Madrid. She urged world leaders to take concrete action on climate change. It seems that people have been talking about climate change. Collins English Dictionary said that climate strike was their word of the year. As 2019 come to an end, who knows what we'll be in talking about in 2020. So this is Greta. Who is Greta Thunberg? Greta Thunberg is a climate change activist. She is 16 years old and come from Sweden, and she achieved worldwide fame when she missed schools to protest outside the Sweden parliament. She has inspired young people to take part on the protest against climate change in many countries, such as the UK, Australia, Germany, and Japan. She also sailed from Plymouth to New York on yacht. She did this because she said the flying bird release a lot of greenhouse gases. Recently, she has attended a climate change conference in Madrid, trying to pursue world leaders to take actions. We don't have time. So, what is climate change? Climate change is the changing temperatures and weather of the earth. In the last 100 years, the average temperature has risen by about 1 degree Celsius. According to NASA, lots of studies have shown that most scientists believe it is caused by the human activities such as releasing greenhouse gases. Scientists believe that global warming is caused by gases such as carbon dioxide or methane. These gases are released by vehicles, by burning fossil fuel for electricity, uh, uh, and even by cows. Our atmosphere has a layer of gas which keeps some heat in. This harm gas makes this layer thicker. This traps more heat, warming up the earth. Ozone layers, greenhouse effects. Who else has been in the news in 2019? There have been a variety of individuals who have made the news this year. In February, Tony Ford was recognized in the news for his effort looking after a wire memories in Sheffield. Thousands come to see a flag over the memories in Endcliffe Park, Sheffield. Lots of sports people were in the news in 2019. Dina Smith made the news of October when she won gold at the World Athletics Championships. Ed Sheeran was also able to celebrate a successful decade. He was named as the number one artist of the decade, achieved 12 numbers one hits. Person of the Year. Greta Thunberg has been named as the Time Person of the Year. The American News magazine said she was the Person of the Year for showing us all what it might look like when a new generation lead. So, who is Greta Thunberg? The 16 years old campaigners first come to the world attentions when she skipped school in Sweden every Friday. Instead, she would protest outside the Sweden parliaments against climate change. Climate change is the changing weathers and rising temperatures of the earth. More scientific behaviors is caused by the human actions such as burning fossil fuels for energies. It's been linked to more extreme weather as well as changing in the how animals behaviors. As 2019 comes to an end, who work what we will taking about in 2020. Greta Thunberg been named as the Person of the Year and the American News magazine, and this is very important. Glossary generations of the group of summary, and there are many interesting things happening through these ladies, and still we have more chance that how we can adjust with different kind of things. And most important thing is that I want to share a research paper specifically on climate change, how the climate change working, how we can create some impact on climate change, and what is the overview of the climate change things. This is the research paper, Climate Change and Resource Sustainability and Overview Architecture, Climate Change and Sustainable Committees. From there, we can find that there is a very important aspects of the society. Most important thing is that there is the abstracts of the research, what we find from this abstract. Accurant are becoming more aware of combination impact of the climate change and limitation of the resources, two separate and very significant issues, putting at the risk of sustainability of the current socio-economic system that support our way of life. Although accuracies do not claim professional expertise in environmental issue, they can be guided by the growing body of knowledge publicly available from reliable scientific sources. Being particular qualified to deal with modified financial consequences of the risk and uncertainty, the actual professions has a duty to provide training and education on the climate change and sustainability. So this is member are qualified to contribute to the well-being of the society as a whole. It undertaken this exercise, the actual professional need to cognizant of the fact that even within the climate change science community, there are different views on the natures and amplitudes of the risk, and the professional should be aware of these different views. So these are the very interesting aspects, and before that we have to know that existing discussion are taking place through the world in all form of media of the subject of the global warming and climate change. These discussions point to the global dangers posted by the earth warming. Discussions are also taking place on the related question of the resources limited, given the manner in which humans are used in the planet limited resources. So 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 if we has to know the recognitions due to the nature of the subject, the international discussion of the climate change are driven by worldwide climate scientists. There would be a few number of the CIA who would have a good understanding of the issues involved, but the majority of the actuaries may not have such understanding. As a result, actuaries have to be guided by the work done by the climate science community. No doubt, even within the climate change science community, there are different views on the natures and amplitudes of the risks, and actuaries should be aware of these different views. However, considering the fact that very large majority of the community in the views that the risk postponed by the climate change are serious and could cause disastrous consequences if immediate action not taken. Actuaries have to consider these as distinct possibilities. The fact that climate science is still evolving or there are opposition views would not be a valid reason for the professions to choose to do nothing. So these are the very important aspects of the climate change, and if we can understand these aspects can help us to grow our economy. These aspects can help to sustainable economy. Even in the COVID-19 situation, we can understand that we need to create more awareness. We need to create more understanding. We need to create more sustainability. We have to do more research. We have to do more effective things, and if we can do these things in an effective way, then we can understand these things in a professional way. So I request everyone, if you have some specific questions, you can communicate with me regarding climate change, and we can solve these climate change related things together. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, you can communicate with me. Thank you.